Hi guys, welcome to PBTV, and we have a brand new item here today. So we're going to look at the Tokyo Marui SAA-45 Cavalry. Very, very different to anything we've really touched before. Obviously, we've touched revolvers from like Dan Wesson's, various things like that. But this is a Springer. It is extremely lightweight. There's loads, like picking this thing up, it does have strong reminiscence of just being a bit of a toy, but again, it's Tokyo Marui, so it is extremely beautifully built and beautifully packaged. As you'd expect with Marui, comes in its own little shaped box, so it's not going to rattle around as it's being travelled, but also has the little canvas bottom as well. So we have the pistol and a box with the shells and a spare little tool in there. So the pistol itself, bringing it out, as in with all Maruis, we do have the barrel plug and we do have the shells in there. There is a barrel cleaner in there as well. So what I will say about this, it is extremely lightweight. It's about 400 grams. It is all in polymer or plastic. I can probably lean more towards saying the actual word plastic in this because it is sort of built with the Marui vibe of it being a toy rather than anything else. It's about 400 grams, as I've said, and a lot of the weight is obviously back here. Because yes, it is plastic on the exterior, but it does have a metal internal frame. Obviously, with this not being gas, it is actually spring. So with it being a Colt Cavalry, it has the half cock and full cock. So you come back and you get to half cock, come all the way back, and you can see the trigger pop forward, and that is at full cock. We're looking at about sort of 105 FPS out the box, and again, it doesn't sound like much, but again, this is more for experience, just having fun with the sport and running something extremely different, and a lot of fun to shoot with the cocking system and things like that. It's about 33 centimeters all in length, so it is reasonably short, but not really short for a pistol. Iron sight's obviously fixed. One of the other parts of this, so we've got the fixed iron sight at the front in there, and there's no mark or anything. If you see that on the top camera, it is literally just a piece of plastic at the front that you line up with this ridge on the back here. So it is a very open iron sight, so it's very easy to acquire a target, but again, you're not really using this for long range shooting or being overly pin accurate beyond sort of maybe 20 meters. It does have a hop on here as well. So if we look at the little box here, so you can see we have the shells. So it's a little plastic box that has all the parts in here that you need to make this thing function. So we have the 6 shells, and underneath that we have the BBs that come with it. Very, very lightweight BBs. We think they're 0.12s. And then we have this little spanner almost type tool that's in here that is for the hop unit. The hop unit can be found just here in front of the breech and the cylinder. You can just about see the gears in there, and it is turned via using this tool, or if you've got sharp fingernails, you might be able to get in there in the field. So I'd recommend making sure your hop is properly set before taking this out into game, because you don't want to be losing this thing and then struggling trying to adjust your hop later on. So with this being a 150-year-old replica, obviously the cylinder and the breech does not open like various other revolvers. It is loaded in a classic way. So you half cock it back, and then there is a door that opens here. This door obviously gives access to the shell openings or the breech openings, and then the cylinder will freely rotate. This will allow you to drop 1 shell in at a time. Each shell will have 1 BB in it. And then once you've put each shell in, you can close the door and either decock the platform to keep it safe or fully cock it. So once we're like that, you can spin it to your heart's content. And again, the noise and the build quality on this thing, it is incredible and what you'd expect from Marui. So closing that door, and then you can either full cock it back, ready to shoot, or holding the trigger and the hammer, it will cock forward. And again, it is a single action, so the trigger goes completely dead, and it is a safe platform when it's in this configuration. Ready to go, simply cock the hammer all the way back, and you pull the trigger to fire a round out of it. Obviously, as we've said, we do have the tool to adjust the hop, but to unload this thing, again, you go back to that half cock, open the door, rotate, and you can either drop the shells out if you're willing to pull them out, or on the side here, we do have a little arm. Pushing that arm is your unloader. So rotating it around again until you get that click, pull the arm, and it will push the round out with this little bar that just comes out there and pushes the round all the way out. Again, it's not something that you're going to do fast, or adding a little bit of urgency or danger to your sport is obviously exciting. Reloading is an aspect of the sport that I find people try and avoid with running drum mags, high caps, 220 round mid caps with EPMs or things like that. But reloading adds a different aspect to the sport that gives a little bit of excitement. And again, only having 6 rounds, this thing is going to be extremely satisfying when you do get a hit with it. And it's just something that you can have as a bit of an interesting backup, or something slightly different compared to what you normally expect from a sidearm. And again, it's almost like a little bit of a meditation, or a bit of process to unload it, reload it, and get this thing up and running again. And again, once we've unloaded all the shells, you can clearly spin it, cock it back, and then uncock it so it's back in safe. Obviously, 6 rounds, 1 BB each. You're going to be quite careful with these. It has got a 6.08 mil inner barrel. It's about 70 mil in length. But the fact that it has an adjustable hop, this thing does fire incredibly well for something that is about 100 FPS. There's a lot of like joke guns out there, little micro things. This is almost like a step beyond that. It is a stunning bit of kit with the gold accents on it. Even the gold on here is plastic on the outside. All the screws and everything that needs to be metal is obviously the pins, the springs, the bars, the internal frame, everything like that. So it is a robust bit of kit. It's just that initial sort of weird feeling when you pick this thing up, and it is extremely light. Even other pistols or other pistols magazines are probably going to be heavier than this thing, but it is a true joy to shoot. Let us know if this is something that you would enjoy running, or if you run one yourself. There's various different options out there when it comes to revolvers, whether it's gas, CO2, but I think a single action spring is just almost a bit of a meme kill if you do manage to get one, and you can claim the rights over any enemies that you get with this thing. I do think as a sniper backup, maybe it could be interesting and a bit of a joke system, and obviously not massively upgradable. We're saying it's 100, 105 FPS. Obviously, that is because this is the spring and the cocking system on it. So for it to get more powerful, this action would have to be stronger, and it just means it's a little bit more difficult to cock and load. Keeping it all nice and simple, and I think it is a stunning bit of kit to add to anyone's collection, but let us know if it's something that you are interested in, or would you rather stick to your CO2 Dan Wesson or gas revolver from elsewhere? Let us know down below, and as always, if you want to help the algorithm, hit the like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. It helps us out massively. But if that is everything for today, thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.